What's up everybody, it's Robin Gaming here. So I'm already trying to step it up by uploading way more. My internship is still going on right now, but that doesn't stop me from actually, I think I've uploaded now 4 days in a row already, so that's pretty crazy. But yeah, I'm just trying to bring you all the content possible, and I hope you all appreciate that. I want to really quickly, before I bring up today's topic, which is going to be something related to Uncharted 4, many people asked me if I could make another video on that, which of course, I will do, because I know how many people of you are interested in the game. I want to quickly bring up the fact that yesterday I uploaded my review for Gravity Rush Remastered on the PS4, and what was so awesome about that is that Sony gave me the opportunity to pretty much, review the game in advance, because it comes out in a week. I already got to play it, so I did my review, and the video didn't do super well, so that's why I want to quickly bring it up. Please, if you can and you haven't seen it already, check it out quickly, leave a like or something, because it really helps me out. And the only reason I'm asking you that is because it will make it possible to pretty much get these opportunities in the future as well with other games. So for example, the bigger games like Ratchet & Clank and Uncharted 4 even, I'm only going to get more opportunities if you guys all support those type of things. And I get that you might not, maybe Gravity Rush doesn't really look appealing to you, or you're not super interested in it, but that's pretty much why I'm asking you. It will just really help me out, and it only means that you get to see more awesome things in the future as well. So yeah, anyway, with that being said, today I'm going to talk a bit about Uncharted 4. Many people of you asked me to make a video on that, and I pretty much decided to go with the topic of how different Uncharted 4 is going to be when we play it from the version that they originally intended to have. The reason why I'm saying that is actually it all started with a tweet from Neil Druckmann recently. He tweeted out a picture of the steelbook case for the Uncharted 4 special edition, which I'm getting myself. I'm actually getting the Libertalia Collector's Edition, so I can't wait to get that for myself as well. But on that cover we pretty much see this comic book style version of many of the main characters in the game. And what made me pretty much think about this topic is the fact that pretty much the, I think, third biggest character on the cover is a guy we don't know anything about right now, and that guy is Rafe. He is actually going to be playing the main villain, and that's what I mean, is that when I hear many people say right now that they think, Naughty Dog already has revealed way too much of Uncharted 4 right now, I don't agree with that at all, because Rafe is going to be the main villain in this game, not Nadine Ross, who we have seen. She's pretty much going to play the secondary villain. That's what it looks like right now. And, a character like Rafe, who, as I said, will be the main villain in the game, we don't know anything about, except for that he has been mentioned, and we now know what he kind of looks like, judging it by the cover. And what is then so interesting to me is, of course, for example, who is going to play Rafe. Now, that pretty much brings me to this whole topic that I am going to talk about, which is how different this version of Uncharted 4 is going to be from the one they originally intended. Because Amy Hennig, of course, got fired. She was pretty much the main, the main person responsible for the 3 Uncharted games on the PlayStation 3, and we all know what kind of happened there, even though we officially don't, but stuff went quite wrong. And yeah, whether she got fired or she left herself or whatever, she is definitely not happy about the situation, because she's never brought it up anymore, and together with her, many people left the project. One of those people that I recently talked about was a guy called Alan Tudyk, who is an actor who is going to play in one of the upcoming Star Wars movies, Rogue One, next year, who said that he left the project pretty much unhappy, that he didn't make any friends with Naughty Dog. He did make friends on stage and stuff. Yeah, it just brings me to the cast of characters that has been completely changed around. It seemed that once Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley got in charge pretty much of the project, they threw away 8 months of the script, and they got completely different people to pretty much play the roles. So for example, Rafe, right? It looks like that guy, the main villain in this Uncharted 4, was originally, being played by the guy called Alan Tudyk, the one from Star Wars, who's playing in a new Star Wars movie. Right now, it seems like the guy who will be playing Rafe is called Warren Cole, and why I'm saying that is because he has been tweeting pictures already, I think it was over a year ago already, with him being in a mocap suit, and you could already see Neil Druckmann replying to it, and it really seems like, just judging by everybody at Naughty Dog following the guy, that he is involved. And because they haven't talked about Rafe yet, they also haven't revealed yet what role, Warren Cole is going to play, so it makes me think he's going to be playing Rafe. Now, he's not the only guy, of course, because another giant character is going to be Sam, Nathan Drake's brother. Obviously, at first voiced voiced by Todd Stashwick and played by Todd Stashwick, who together with Amy Hennig left the project and is now actually writing the Star Wars single-player game at EA with her. So, you know, you all remember the teaser trailer where Todd Stashwick pretty much talks as Sam, talking about how somebody had left him in that hellhole. He's been running there for 15 years, and it seemed like he was really pissed at Drake himself. And it makes me kind of like still wonder if that whole part has been scrapped as well. Will Sam still turn on Drake? Is that still going to be a thing? Or did they actually change that around, where that was the original plan, but it now isn't anymore? Of course, Sam is now voiced and played by Troy Baker, who, you know, we know from many games, for example, Joel in The Last of Us. So yeah, you know, that was kind of an obvious choice, but once again, both Rafe and Sam have been replaced, who are the two biggest characters next to Nathan Drake, arguably, it seems, in this, you know, new game, together with, of course, Elena and Sully. Then another thing that I was pretty much, you know, thinking about is, for example, Nadine. We see on that picture that Neil Druckmann tweeted that, you know, Nadine now completely looks the way she did in that cutscene that we saw. But we had already seen a previous version of the Steelbook cover where her face wasn't even really the same at all. You could only see it was a black character. We couldn't even tell if it was a female or a male character. Had the same kind of hairstyle. But that being said, it seems like, you know, Laura Bailey, who is playing Nadine, got casted pretty much very late in the process as well. And another one that I will be talking, or that I can talk about, Dominic Monaghan, a actor that I myself like quite a bit. You know, I have to, because he plays in Lord of the Rings. He plays, you know, he plays Merry in Lord of the Rings. So you know, it was a couple years ago when he talked about being very excited for the next Uncharted game, which at that point hadn't even been released yet, and it seemed like he had all of a sudden in a short period of time gotten really close with the people at the studio, making pictures with Amy Hennig, pictures of him visiting the studio and stuff. So it seemed like Dominic Monaghan was going to play a role in Uncharted 4, and right now that idea seems completely scrapped, and you can pretty much just judge it by all these actors that I just talked about. You can see several people from Naughty Dog following these actors, but it seems like where Troy Baker, Warren Core, you know, are both followed by the majority of people at Naughty Dog, Alan Tudyk, Todd Stashwick, and Dominic Monaghan all aren't. They're only being followed by Amy Hennig and by, you know, Todd Stashwick himself, for example, follows Alan Tudyk and Dominic Monaghan. And it's funny because Amy Hennig herself has been posting many pictures afterwards when she had been fired, you know, together with these actors, with Todd Stashwick, with Dominic Monaghan. So it seems like, you know, just everybody involved in Uncharted 4 at first has pretty much left, except for, you know, the people we already knew, like Nolan North and Emily Rose and Richard McGonigal playing, you know, Elena, Sully and Drake. But that's what I mean, is that once we get to play Uncharted 4 in April, in 3 months from now exactly, we are going to play a completely different version from what the game would have originally looked like if Amy Hennig had still been in charge. And that's quite an interesting you know, thought, I think, myself. But of course I would like to know from you what you think about that. And it also makes me wonder, you know, has the story really been changed as well, or is it just people being recast and that these characters do still exist, still have the same intentions, but are just played by different people? That could be the case, we don't know about that. But one thing is for sure, you know, the whole process has been completely changed. We have different characters now, we have different actors playing them, and who knows, we might even have you know, some different settings that weren't in the game before. We can't really say, you know, things about that. The game has been in development for a very long time already. So what I personally feel is that many of the set pieces and the levels, you know, were already planned out and have pretty much been kept, but the story wrapped around those pieces are just changed, and maybe for the better itself as well. I honestly think Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley will be doing a better job than Amy Hennig, and the reason I'm saying that is because I think what they will bring that Amy Hennig wouldn't have brought is change. It'll be you know, slightly different from what we normally would have expected from an Uncharted game, and I think that is ultimately only going to prove to be for the better. But of course that's all speculation right now, I don't really want to get into that, and I do hope at some point when the game is out, the story will kind of be brought forward of what the game would have originally looked like and what it is going to be right now. But as I said, many interesting thoughts, and I want to know your thoughts on all of this in the comments as well. For now, I hope you enjoyed the video. Go check out that Gravity Rush remastered video that I talked about, because I would really appreciate your support on that. And then for now, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.